Good morning, boys and girls. I'm here today with you. I sure miss you a lot, and hope that you're all staying well. Can't wait till I can see you again in person. Today we're going to do another lesson on op art. Our first one we did with the tunnels earlier last week. That was op art 1. We had worked a little bit on this during the school year. I wanted to give you a little different version of this op art. Op art stands for optical illusion. You're creating an image that makes it look three-dimensional. And so with this one, instead of the long tunnels like we did on the first video, this one will be using a square piece of paper. We'll start in the middle, and we'll make, instead of long tunnels, they're more like a funnel cloud, more like a tornado, or something you would see, someone even said maybe even like a pyramid. I think it looks like kind of like a windstorm. But anyway, so let's get started. What you will need today, you will need a piece of paper, white paper. We do want it to be in a square. So what I would do, I would take my paper and just fold a little bit of the end. Make a little bit of a fold on your paper like that, and when you open it back up, you can cut down that line, and your paper will be more of a square shape than a rectangle. You could also do this on a rectangular page, but I think it looks pretty neat on the square as well. It's up to you. All right, so once we get our paper cut, we are going to need a marker, a black marker. It can be a Crayola marker, it can be a Sharpie, it can be a ballpoint pen, it can be a black crayon. That's kind of up to you. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to make this dot in the center of our paper. So if you'll find the middle of your paper and make a small dot, from that dot we are going to be making kind of like a windmill, 6 curved lines. And what I like to do is think about if you start at the top, like with the clock, and then you're going around, kind of making like the windmill version. So if you start up here at the top, you would make a curve, and I'm going to curve mine to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can go back and make them longer if you would like. And that first part is getting our tunnels started. Okay, so now that we have, and again, you can stop and pause the video as you need to and rewind it, or play it back. Shows my age. But anyway, so now that once we have these little 6 lines are going to be what's going to making the middle of our windmill, or little tornado, whatever you want to call it. We're going to do the same technique that we did on the first one. So we will start, and I'm doing this upside down for you, so we will start whichever one you start at. You're going to make your curves. Remember, we are not making rainbows. So if this is my little curved area here, okay, I'm going to begin inside and go from the black line back to the black line, making that curve. We're not making a rainbow where it's getting wider each time. And if you're having a problem with that, go back and look at the first video. We talk a little bit more about that in those curves connecting. So you're going to go all the way, finish the first section, then you will go to the next section, whichever section it is you begin next. Start with the black curve. You're going, not making a rainbow, but from the black line to the black line, making your curves until you get to the end. The same on the next section. You're making curves again. Keep working around. Until you've finished each one of the middle sections, filling them up. One more left here in the middle. Okay, so now it actually looks like I have a flower. You could be creative and leave it like that and make a stem, or you could continue. What we will do to continue is the exact same technique over and over again. You will start in those little indentions, go back to each one. Right now it's kind of looking like a flower petal to me. You're going to take each one of these and extend it all the way to the end of the page. Each section. You can make them get larger, or you can go to kind of to the end of them. If you want to make them get smaller, you can do that as well. When you finish this section, turn it and do the next. You'll do this all the way around until the middle section. See my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are my 6 lines that I started with here. Each one of these sections have gone into the end. Now when you get to the end, if you don't have a room to go all the way from here all the way around, you know you can just make a partial line. Just follow that main black line that we started with. Now the cool thing with this you can leave it black and white. I've seen them actually gone in and colored it in with a black and white pattern, which creates an optical illusion in itself. Also, you could do like we did with the Dr. Seuss. The week we did the tunnels using the red. You could also go in and use crayons, and you could do the shading like we did, shading dark on the outsides, a little lighter purple to the lightest being in the middle. Okay. All right, so that's our lesson today. Show me make sure you post them or email them to me so I can see your art pieces. And then another one we're working on will be our hand, an optical illusion hand. That'll be coming soon also. All right, take care.